Kenya, Djibouti and Somalia, including experts from both Mogadishu and Hargeisa, have been able to make it to the 7th edition of the Kampala Geopolitics Conference in presence. On this occasion, I welcome my fellow colleagues, the head of our Egypt country office, Steffen Krüger, and the director of our sister program, Regional Security Dialogue for Western Africa, based in Abidjan, Dr. Tobias Rüttershoff. Welcome to you all. Let me finally thank our partners from Makerere University, in particular Awel Ouihanganje and his team, as well as the French Embassy and Alliance Française, in particular Cyril Mamon, Amel Abdallahi, Eric Tauzet and the rest of their team for the great cooperation. Finally, many thanks to my colleagues from the two Adenauer Stiftung's programs in town. I wish us rich and open debates on all the topics. Thanks again for making the way to Makerere University today. Thank you very much for your attention. Enjoy the 7th edition of Kampala Geopolitics Conference.
Thank you very much, Niels Warmer, for that clearly, and as you did state, that when there is conflict breaking up in countries, at that particular point in time, it ceases to be just the contestation of political ideas or differences in that country, but it becomes a responsibility of everyone else, because there are spillover effects that do definitely come through. That's why many of the conflicts that have broken out, including the one in Gaza, have now been described as a humanitarian crisis, calling upon even the international community to convene and ensure that human rights are defended and that the right to life is as well protected. And that is the very reason why these conversations are necessary, because it is everyone's responsibility when human rights are being violated for one to be able to protect them. And in that same vein, allow me now invite Eric Tauzet, who is the director, Alliance Française de Kampala, and they've also been, for the last 7 years, been able, I'll welcome a representative from Alliance Française to come and speak to us, having supported these conversations for the past 7 years. Very soon we'll be celebrating a decade of these conversations. Allow me to invite Alliance Française to come and speak to us.
Well, it's a lot of people, it's impressive. Well, dear representative of the French Embassy, dear Vice Chancellor of Makerere University, Mr. Director of the Konrad Adenauer Stiftung, ladies and gentlemen, it's my second time here, actually. I was there last year, and it's still an honor and it's still a pleasure to be here today for these days of reflection, of debates, but also, as we will discover, of cultural discoveries. As representative of the Alliance Française, we are the cultural partner of these days. So I'd like just to explain for a short moment our role in this event. What is the Alliance Française? The Alliance Française is an NGO. It was founded in 1880 and it's present in Kampala since 1954, 55, 56. We don't know, the archives were not preserved, but it's a long time. The historical mission of the Alliance Française under the Third Republic were to promote French language, French values, through the teaching of French classical language and culture. At that time, France was supposed to shine around the world as like a beacon, I would say. But, well, time has passed, mentalities have changed, things have changed, the world has changed too, and of course our mission has changed. So we are no longer, of course, seeking to make France shine like a beacon, but now we consider, of course, We tend to consider partnerships of equal on the basis of openness, mutual understanding, mutual respect. That's what we try to do as an NGO. In our missions now, the cultural action has become central. Of course, we promote artists of different practice, all backgrounds, but beyond that, we do promote, or we try to, the values of exchange, diversity, inclusion, understanding. That is also one purpose of teaching language, which is our basic activity. Thus, the mission of the Alliance in this event is to tailor a cultural program that will counterpoint the scholarly discussions that will happen today. I will describe it in a few minutes. So this is where the Alliance Française, the presence of the Alliance Française, takes its full meaning, cultural activities. The arts, like any other cultural activity, like any cultural practice, have a lot to tell us about the relationship between individuals, communities, nations, groups of nations, and so on. So the presence of culture and arts in this type of event, I think, is completely relevant. And this is why at the Alliance Française we try to create a place of free, safe expression as a means to promote culture as a vector and also as an access to knowledge. Today, the cultural activities we'll propose aim, of course, to provide a moment of relaxation to all of you that will come at the cocktail tonight. But of course, these cultural activities, these artists that we will introduce to you, have also something to say about the global issues that will be tackled during these 2 days. So now I will just present them to you, and then I will leave the ground to the panelists. First, during panel 1 and panel 2, graffiti artist, muralist, and abstract painter Fatima Hassan. She is from Jamena. Maybe she's in the public, I don't know. No. From Jamena, Chad, but she lives in Kampala. She will, so yes, as I say, she will, how do you say that? She will perform during panel 1 and panel 3, and at the end of these 2 days, we will have 2 new works of art. Tonight, we'll have a cocktail party, you all know that, and during the cocktail reception, we'll have a performance by the Cesar Kajura, who is a saxophonist, and he will play with the poet Hawa. I'm sorry, my writing is really bad. Maybe Nojoba? That I don't mean no disrespect. With this poet plus a couple of dancers, Rachel Batalo and Frank Mugisha. They will tackle the theme of peace, of tolerance through their show. And then to close the program at the end of the day, we will have the trumpeter Jeremiah Rindu, who will perform for about 45 minutes, and who will be accompanied by 3 musicians, a guitarist, a pianist, and a beatboxer. So that is the action of the Alliance Française. We provide relaxation, we provide opening to arts, but we also provide